to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. So, just to kind of reaffirm right now why I'm down here, I've kind of been caught captive per se um, after our conversation with the leader. And basically, we're allowed to roam around, but they gave the twins shock collars essentially. But they kind of made the joke to not put one on me because it won't do anything to me. It'll be like an itch. And so they just made me reaffirm that I have to still do what I'm told, or they'll do it to the twins. So essentially, we're kind of stuck down here per se. We could talk to people and go through things and kind of move around, but we're pretty much stuck in the area. If we do anything out of place, then the twins will get pretty much shocked. Which is kind of really weird to go, hey, you're in prison, but you can walk around, but if you get out of line, we're going to use shock collars on you like your dogs. Doing good now with the talking and explaining what you doing.
I don't know why I had to type it.
I just had to make sure people knew where I left off. Yeah. So, yeah, now I'm down here trying to figure out how we can convince them to not continue their ways because they're pretty much at the brink of destruction and they're still set in their ways where it's like, hey, the Emperor virus has not been assassinated. We're going to figure things out. Sorry,
Hey,
what?
crackhead.
Crack it?
Why is that fucking lookout thing still there? Go grab it.
Because I don't grab them. They're meant for my other classes.
Oh, all right, that's fine. Fine. You be like that.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting until I can do them all in one go. Anyway, I still have the ones left over in Charlie, and the ones that you picked up, I left them alone. Why is that little orb bothering you? Is it here? Hold on.
It is.
Give me a second. As per Lord Quincy's... Okay, I already read that. Before you ask, no, I don't have a key or anything, any other means to remove your collars, nor would I tell you if I did. And if you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean, or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. Do as you will, but remember I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untowards, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries, understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation, and above all else, don't use magics or any sort. Okay, so now, oh, wait, still more. You, on the other hand, may go wherever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Elfino and Elize will pay the price. Dickholes! So now I'm gonna go over here. I'm just gonna I'm gonna sit there and zoom in. I'm gonna hit this button right here so that Zero can just stare at this for the next 2 hours. Knowing that that will never be picked up or touched. It's just going to be wasting away digital information. Oh, look, the panda, he wants to play too.
You're increasing it, or you're accelerating the heat death of the universe by doing this. Stop it.
Oh, God, I'm falling off the stairs because I don't know where I am. By the way, what?
What is he doing?
I'm just looking at a lookout point, a sightseeing log spot. Because Zero was asking, why is that still there? And I said, I don't pick them up right away. I wait till like later and I use them to kind of boost a class or something.
I've never touched a sightseeing log ever.
And so it's sitting there orbiting, pulsating in front of my screen, and he's just. So I thought I'd walk right up to it, zoom right in on it, and make it so that it's just sitting there, tempting Zero to go, oh my god! The universe is gonna die! Anyways. Hey, so I see 4 people. Where's the 5th one? It's probably hiding in a train somewhere. Alright. Let's talk to you first. Say so. You came with Julius, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, you best keep your hands off that Abrite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. You guys are turning off all your Aetherites all over the place all of a sudden. There are others throughout the city, built by Garleans, for Garleans. Could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, providing there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the Aetherites' powers to keep this place lit, though that comes at the cost of its normal functions. Hey, so using the Aether's power instead of that to keep themselves warm or alive. It's you, Dragonfire. Yes, it is me. I am here. Octavia. I served under Lord Gaius in the 14th Legion. I was there on the night the Praetorium fell. You and your adventurers, you killed them. My comrades, my friends, swept them aside in their dozens, as though they were nothing to you. I don't remember killing that many. I mean, there was a lot down there.
Didn't we just blow past them and go through
Yeah,
the tunnel?
most of the part we just kind of blew past them.
Yeah, like I don't know what he's bitching about.
And maybe I am too, just another faceless enemy to be cut down, but it won't be long until our countrymen return, until you get what you deserve. Mark my words, we didn't deserve anything. You kind of brought that building on ours. Okay. So cold. Sabinius. That guy is full of shit. We spared at least 50% of the mobs in that run. Yeah, I think we broke more machines than we did people. This young soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. Alright. That was quick and easy. There's a thing right there. Oh yeah. FYI, okay, so I forgot to mention, these radios that are all over the place is the main reason why they are not tempered. They were all the people that were hiding inside and clinging to the radios, waiting for the next propaganda message to come through. Somehow avoided becoming tempered, as if they were built like the talismans. So they had something built inside of them that somehow made them avoid getting tempered. And so the radio is the only reason they haven't been tempered at this time. But because
Power of solid state electronics, man.
Yeah, basically. And because of the there's nobody at this radio station anymore, it just plays the same song over and over again. Hey. Bookmarker. No. Can't even use it. Hi. I know who you are. The so-called champion in Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? I'll wipe the smirk off your face by the blood of our fallen compatriots. I swear I will. Ugh. Damn tore the suitors. What? Too many words. Of all the times, the worst of the lot within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the third bleeding us, we'd be the end of you. Virgilla's treachery never nearly cost Lord Quintus his life, but we made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then night fell and we gathered around the radio. Then the roar, the terrible roar, the capital was in chaos, but we were spared. If you can call this a mercy, mind intact, but body broken, a soldier in name alone. I'd cut you down where you stand if I could, murderer. I don't know if I murdered anybody. I think I just knocked everybody out.
Oh, don't worry, I murdered all the people.
Okay. Evil person, you. Okay, where are you hiding, the last guy? Oh, or should I just touch the radio? Is that it? Interacting with the radio. This radio is the same model as the one used at Victor's spoils. Perhaps it is what saved the soldiers here from being tempered. Okay, so that was the last one. In here. Did you learn anything of note? Yeah, they all hate us. They didn't tell us anything more other than what we already knew. Then your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick or injured are at greatest risk. Without warmth and proper nutritions, I fear they will soon perish. I realize there is a precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Damn it, bird, come back here. Please, will you help me tend to them? Okay, where is the one that I'm tending to? You? Those guys on the ground there look a little more messed up than you, but okay. Who's there? My eyes? I can't see all that well. Ah, thank you. The numbness has subsided a little. But I know I won't last much longer. You should look to the others who can still fight. Give them my rations. If me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. At least I can still serve in that way. So those you met fare no better. I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies. Quintus may have made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him, though we need to persuade Julius first. Oh yeah, I never checked to see if I had a box. More pots. Hey. Well, seen enough. Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from nearby houses, as most families kept rather some stored away in the events they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work, and we've a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could have been other refugees or one of the afflicted, for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating, they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's ceruleum you need, our contingent has secured a readily supply. We can have some sent over. We will not accept your charity. If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Everything will change. One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Those mysterious countrymen of yours, I assume. That one there. Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bastard's words, loyal servants of the Talaferoi. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We'd identified the seat of the enemy's power. We realized Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion saying as much and instructing them to join forces with the provincial legions to prepare for a combined assault on the Talaferoi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills, then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hands. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word and we will bring you ceruleum. I think you broke your mic, man. You're talking through a webcam or something. I will speak with Lord Quintus. Everything was muffled like your mic was in your shirt or something.
Yeah, I can't even hear you at all.
Well, not now. He's not speaking. Oh,
How about
yes. Did your webcam take over? Or did you stick your mic in your bum?
the cable was slightly out of the...
So did he agree to it? Nope. No, he will not place Garlemald in the debt of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for ceruleum outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me.
Only 5,100 people.
5,100? Holy shit!
That's why I just keep jumping.
Very well, after all, my hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. Once we are outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. Man, I want to kick him in his ass. Hey, Julius finds himself in the somewhat bizarre position of leading ambassador of an enemy's contingent on a salvage mission. We will begin our search for ceruleum in Regio Urbanissima. Wow. The first location is Forum Solus, a park to the northwest of this station. You are to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Bring you back out. Right in the little Probably want to bring out your bird there, Zero.
Do not.
Oh yeah, I wanted to show this to Keith. I should do that now. Let's go back to audio. Turn that back on for now. So, what my brother was referring to was this. I gotta find him now. Is that the one? This one. So my brother was riding this mount. I don't know if you're in to hear it. Keith, you still there? Ah, he ran away. Okay, I'll show him to him later then. That back off, because I want to listen to the new area's musics. Oh, Aether Current. The one I was getting popping up before and I didn't want to go after yet. Now I see it, so I'll go and grab it. Alrighty, there we are. Alright, let's see here. Let's do a search. 309 to the west. Jeez. That way. Won't continue. I have a fair bit, I think, right now. In this zone. Missing 4. $300. It's probably up there somewhere. Okay, moving through. $24 to the northeast. Ah, it's up on that ramp thing. Okay. Yep, there it is. Hooray. Getting the current.
Ice cream.
Okay, so you're back. I wanted to show you something. Are you watching, by the way?
I'm currently watching Zeros on Discord. Do you want me to go into Twitch?
Yes, please. I need more viewers anyway. I have to
Well, if you
reclaim.
post your Twitch thing on Discord, I'll join in.
Dragonfire
I don't-
Garage Land.
Yeah, but then I have to open my Twitch and find it.
You lazy son of a monkey nuts.
Okay, what?
Okay, hold on. I gotta post it over here for my brother. Okay. Okay, so I changed it so that I could put it on. Now I'm going to show you this because you were so confused with this before when we were talking about it earlier. What my brother was referring to. So I'm going to summon it. Can you hear it? That's what my brother was talking about. All of those mounts. So let's get off that one.
Is there one that plays the Alexander music?
No. There's only the trials that
Well, then I
have.
don't give a shit.
So for example, which one is it? Where is the? I think it was this one. Okay. Basically, all of the trial mounts play the trials music. Alright, so on the I just don't have any of the Shadowbringers.
Just weren't quite good enough, huh?
I didn't want to try it yet. It's in a different level for me. Like I just don't have the group, and want to deal with that kind of mentality. I mean, it's probably a lot different with the way people are in this game, but I've always still had that WoW type familiarity. And it wasn't just WoW, I've seen it in all of the games I've played. I'm just not a fan of the way people react and mentality like it's a job. And I'm dealing with a field general the entire time. And it's like, you're out of position, you need to get going, 50 DKP minus kind of shit. And like, I just don't have the time to deal with it. And if people think that it doesn't happen in this game, I've still dealt with it even in this game. Way back at the beginning, but the mentality is always still there. Even in 11, that mentality was still there. It's a whole different level when you get into those extremes and those savages and all that stuff. The elitists come out in full strength.
Oh
And-
yeah, I don't think I will ever try an ultimate, that's for damn sure.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen
It's just
different.
not my cup of tea.
Yeah, well, like, and that's exactly it. But I've seen like differences, like from some of the streamers seeing an ultimate, and it's funny because you see how so many people complain. It's like, oh, he got carried. I'm like, you know what? But at least he didn't have to deal with some whiny people telling him he wasn't playing properly because he has a whole bunch of people that already know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, it's just I want to play this to have fun, not to get fucking frustrated and then.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I appreciate when I play with people I don't know. 'Cause then it's like I die 5 times, and well, I don't gotta meet those people again.
Well, yeah, but that trial fight that I was talking about, I won't spoil it for Zero like I did for Chris, but
I don't think. Well,
that was
Don't
definitely an experience where, yeah, it's like nobody knows what the fuck's going on, and so we
I know.
went 5 times, and so
But see, I don't mind that. I love trial by fire as long as each turn we are progressing a little bit. If we're not progressing, we're just going backwards, then I kind of get a little frustrated. That's where I start to get frustrated because now everybody's time is just getting wasted at that point. But I'm a firm believer is like, hey, let's just go in, let's have some fun. Okay, that mechanic fucked up. Okay, now we know not to do that. And as long as people are understanding that,
I was gonna say, I think the reason, like, recently, like, why I haven't noticed people getting really angry or making comments is because, I might die twice the first time, but then I only die once the second time, and then I don't die the third time. As long as you're learning.
yeah. Well, and then that's exactly it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with failing. I am all for it because that's how you learn the game. That's how you learn things in life. Failure is what creates success. Okay? You have to fail so many times to succeed at something. But if you're failing over and over and over again, and you're not progressing and you're going backwards in your thing, then that needs to be the time where you step back and you have to reset yourself. Because now you're no longer progressing forward. You're creating an emotion to yourself, and you're just reducing your zero win full ham to get that that sightseeing spot.
Hire an army of moon people to take over the world.
Okay. Oh man, you really want me to get there, don't you?
I cannot fucking wait.
How long is it from here?
Long enough. You got you quite a bit in.
Yeah, you gotta do the worst quest ever, then the dungeon, then the trial.
Okay. So this is the park. I'm surprised they found space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Vos Galvus.
So when you're reading them, can you do them in different voices, please?
I would not be able to...
And then use hand puppets to have an Alphanod hand puppet.
Okay, first of all, I'm not going to do hand puppets because I don't want to get mistaken for trying to do wrong sign language and get freaking called out for creating some bad
For a hand
sayings.
puppet? Are you nuts?
Yeah, you do realize. I'm not even going to go there. You're already going to get me in trouble.
What? Your hand will be in a sock. There ain't no fucking...
Oh, you're saying sock puppet. You're saying... I thought you were saying hand puppet, not sock puppet.
Well, that's the same fucking thing.
Hand puppet is this, isn't it? Wait, here. Oh, what delayed in my stream?
No, that's shadow puppets. Dang it!
No, I'm not trying to go off the wall and try to do the.
Kermit the Frog was a hand puppet. A sock puppet's where you put a sock.
Kermit the Frog wasn't a hand puppet.
Yes, he was.
Kermit the Frog was just a puppet.
Or original Kermit the Frog had somebody's hat up his butt.
Well, he still, I think, does. With whatever. We come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Majestic armor. Nope. No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the mechana in the vicinity. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I do expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time in case something has been overlooked.
It sure is a shame when that guy gets launched out of a cannon.
What the hell's wrong with you? I know you're joking, but gee. See, then with your permission, we will commence the search. See, now that I'm behind you, you're just having a fun blast, aren't you?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I could sit there and easily blow through the content, but then I would have nothing for anybody else to watch.
I have 4,445 people in line before me. I got to do something.
Well, maybe it'll give me time to catch up, but doubt it. Since he said it's like a whole dungeon and trial, and probably still won't see that till tomorrow. Ew! Get it away! God, my hairline. Holy shit. I think I pulled it back too far.
The delay is so annoying.
I don't know why there is a delay. I had that turned off.
Because I have you muted in Twitch.
Yeah, that's why I
It's
muted you in Twitch
Discord,
because
but
Yeah, I mute
you
you
said
Twitch too.
Yeah.
you had you run away like 10 seconds before Zero even showed up.
I'm gonna have a look here because I'm pretty sure I turned off the delay. There shouldn't be one anymore. I gotta remember where it is. Why? Well, all of a sudden I can't find it.
Oh no, Zero's stealing your ceruleum.
Tell him to stop. I'm in the middle of trying to find where the delay would be if I had any. Yeah, I have it disabled. There shouldn't be a delay anymore. Oh, that is so weird. I guess it's just Twitch in general at that point. Yeah, that's weird. Alright.
Have you tried to follow the kid yet?
no, he hasn't unlocked those yet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna, what did it just say? Okay. Curiously, inspection of the wreckage magic armor confirms that the fuel canisters have long since been drained of ceruleum, as Julie said. Boy. Right. King. I'm gonna stare at this one now. Being stalked by this other person. I'm gonna stare at this one now. Circle it a little bit. Rub all over it so Zero will feel. The contraption is built in the style of Imperial War Mechana, armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations, but on closer inspection it appears to be no more than a children's slide. Did they seriously make an armored defense system out of a children's slide?
Why not?
Oh, Jesus. No wonder they're constantly at war.
You gotta launch children out of something.
Oh, jeez.
That's the slide they go down to get into their Magitech armor.
Oh. What is this, Samurai Pizza Cats now? And they're
I'm
gonna
okay with
fire
that.
them out of a cannon afterwards. Several points of interest are marked on the map of the Forum Solace, the pond, children's play area. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of cerulean. I don't know why I'm looking at random weird shit like a sign. Shop counter. Why would a shop counter have cerulean? Though rather small by Garland standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant's stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play at shopkeeper. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what we need. More of them. There's nothing inside resembling Magic or any other devices that would be fueled by cerulean. Talk to him while Zero's jumping ahead.
Oh God, Zero's gonna drown. Save him.
I can't. I'm in a cutscene. Oh, it's you. Any luck?
No. If he drowns, then you can cut up his corpse and go all wampa on him, and then you don't have to worry about cerulean fuel. Though he is kind of small, that might not work so well.
What are you trying to say? Are we gonna turn him into that walrus from like that Kevin Smith's weird movie with Justin Long?
No, I'm talking about Star Wars with the wampa, with the big giant thing where they cut him open.
Okay,
That's
well
a
you can't.
tauntaun.
It's a tauntaun, and you can't
Oh,
do that with
tauntaun.
Zero. He's too
Well,
small
Zero
for it.
is about the size of a wampa, so
Did you just make up the word wampa?
no
I think he
wampa
did.
rats, man.
Yeah, but they're not a wampa. They're a womp rat.
Ah, wampa rat.
Jeez, there's no sign of any cerulean. I think I'm gonna need to reteach you Star Wars.
No, you don't teach me nothing.
Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless, as he just described it for me. I couldn't help noticing you gaze at the pond. Is something the matter? But yes, I mean no. I mean, It's just I used to bring my brother and sister here to play. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over, so like all the other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. We'd be sopping wet when all was said and done, and every time. And every time when we'd get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our deaths walking around like that. Pond was heated. There's your cerulean. The cerulean pellet heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath the hatch. That was a long time ago, when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this blackish muck. Can't see a thing, and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. I'd wager it's still unbearably cold, though.
It's really sad when you find out that Van Daniel made a human centipede with his family.
What? Will you cut that out? Julius,
At least
what
it
are
was
you?
his family.
Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average garland would jump out of their skin if they saw it, but the first has a few foreign signifiers and metaxes, so it doesn't scare me. And I'll take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alphino, as you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of fire should do the trick. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. The tank isn't going to fetch itself. Nothing's so involved as extracting and processing cerulean from a frozen lake like how the trappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park, and we have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. So fancy a dip? She telling me to skinny dip? A little friendly competition might make things interesting. The last thing we need is you catching a cold. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way we'll find it in no time. What the hell? Why would I drink the pond dry? Oh god. I think I'll do it the first one. Last one to find the cerulean tank is a rotten egg, though I dare say we'll both smell like rotten eggs when this is over. You delve into the murky water, but come up empty-handed to add to injury and insult. The icy winds on your damp clothes chill you to the bone. I don't have any clothes. I got leather high boots and stripper pants. Beneath the water, your fingers catch on what you think might be a handle. I figured that was going to be the one. You open the hatch and retrieve a cerulean tank. However, your grand discovery comes at great personal cost as you become actually aware of the freezing cold and a rancid odor emitting from every ilm of your body. Julius will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver to him your prize. Sweet! I'm gonna smell like zero on a regular day.
Well, have you ever smelled a rabbit before? You probably already stink just normally.
Did you find anything, Sniffit? I hope you did.
All I smell is the person that did this quest before me.
Are you still doing that quest? God, you stink. You're getting more monkier than I am. I went to the right spot almost right off the bat. Second one. That's it. And there's still some ceruleum left. The fire's still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Elfino a hand. And Alzay is still just wandering in there? What the hell? Call me an Uldan because by fire I am reborn, and my clothes are mostly dry now too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd taken the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger sibling. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was a accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire, awarded in an estate, we lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat, and sitting down for a hot meal with the family visiting and relative receiving the same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sound of laughter and song of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite the ice would melt and the forgotten grass makes its triumphant return. Gray clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. There were again those rooftops of rubble, those friends dead, and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had, Soon our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. That gearbox. That underleveled gear stuff.
So it's starting to become useful now.
I keep getting. I need 530 to have it be useful.
Next zone you get 535. 533 when you hit your dungeon.
Now-
You get 530 from the dungeon.
Now that the like I'm missing a couple of the 530 stuff because I didn't have enough tombstones to buy up the gear, but now that the fire has burned out, Julius is ready to move on. Alright, now that we've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search just outside the park.
You have mail.
Oh yeah, I have mail. That'll be the collection stuff. That'll be the new mount. I should find the nearest mailbox and grab that. As you can see, this place is littered with remnants of various types of war mechana. While my comrades and I have already recovered the tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating or harder to scavenge, we decided to save those for another time, that time being now. You would think you would have did the harder ones first so that when you get to the nitty-gritty, the easy ones you just grab. Rather than prize them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tank and without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I would advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering, though, you should check the mechanism really engaged to see if there is any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is inactive. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Alright, so let's get to work. Alright, what do we got here? According to the cerulean gauge, this unit's tank is empty. Okay. The cerulean gauge on this unit appears to have been broken, giving you no way to determine how much fuel is in the tank, but I will use one on this one. After successfully removing the war mechanism's outer casing and retrieving the cerulean tank, you find it to be completely empty. God damn it! You couldn't have said something, Zero? Because I saw you just at that one. The cerulean gauge on this unit appears to be broken, giving you no way to determine how much fuel is inside. Well, hopefully the second one will give me a better result than the first. Remove the tank. Find it completely. God, you suck.
This one had it.
Gotta blow up this creature.
I always assume it's random, but maybe it's not.
Need some more here. I have a fair amount of explosives to spare. Okay, so these ones are all no-go. So now I gotta go to that side. Now you said which one, but I didn't really see it.
You're
for some
probably
reason.
looking at it right there.
Okay. So that one had a broken gauge and it said it had some? Or it didn't have a gauge
Well,
on the stairs that have been broken? Yeah. Third time's the charm. Retrieve the tank to find it still had half full or half empty, depending on one's perspective. Either way, Julius will surely be pleased by your discovery. Okay, so there's some on that one. You are correct. Oh, that's all I needed?
I think so. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, that's good then. Hey, more explosives? Wait, is that what I think it is? You've done it again. Truly luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Alizé and Elfino are faring.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Uh-oh. Bancred and his cell phone.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad,
Does he like to
Lucia
call
bade
you
a few
on
of
his
us
cell
scouts
phone?
follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel.
And that's cool that they're bringing now the Tower of Babel, which is the second tower in Final Fantasy IV. The main tower where you get, that you had to attack after you got the whale ship.
An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Yes, to the station. Where it's out of this supposedly cold weather.
Out of the fire and into the frying pan.
Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground.
Yes, we did.
Brought back a king's ransom?
Well, on my end, I thought I did.
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
Freaking how's it gonna jump over her boots eventually?
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
The armor?
Sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us.
You've lost your fucking mind.
It's generally what
My
happens
men
to
and
old
I have
people.
matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cult? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
At this moment, I don't think so. Not with that guy in charge.
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Do as he says, or everything will be alright, have faith. Do as he says.
Get them out of here.
Elfino and Alizé will be fine, providing they do not resist.